Hi everyone and welcome back to Plan My Disney Holiday. Here, I'm Steve and I'm going to give you a breakdown on, well, not this week's news, but the last couple of weeks of news. Unfortunately, last week I was on holiday in Cornwall. I did plan on trying to do a video from Cornwall, but unfortunately our Wi-Fi was really quite bad. I couldn't upload the video. So I'm just going to do 2 weeks, short condensed in this video. So let's find out what's been happening in the world of Disney for the last couple of weeks. So one of the first things I saw on the 24th of August on Instagram, Zach Ridley, he's an Imagineer who's currently working on the reimagination of EPCOT, and he shared pictures of Club Cool and he says it's almost too complete. So this looks absolutely amazing. I was a big fan of Club Cool, mostly because it was a good place to get a bit of aircon, especially at EPCOT. I always found at EPCOT that I really needed a place to just chill and relax. And that's one of my top places that I went to have a drink. Maybe not every drink, but I definitely did enjoy going to have a bit of chill out time. And while we're talking about improvements going on at EPCOT, Disney Park Blogs announced that September 20th is going to be a huge day for EPCOT because a new restaurant is going to open up there. And if you don't know, it's Space 220, however you want to say it, and it's going to open on September 20th. Space 220 is going to be a space-themed restaurant. It's going to be in the area of Mission Space in Epcot Future World. It's going to have a space theme. It's going to be very immersive, so hence the name Space. 220, the reason for that is that you'll be traveling 220 miles above the Earth, or traveling. You're going to catch a sky lift, you're going to go up, and it's going to take you above the Earth. So it's going to be a very immersive restaurant. It's going to be very different to anything else that I can think of at Walt Disney World, probably until they open up the Star Wars hotel. This is probably going to be things that you see at this hotel. This restaurant will probably be using the technology that will be used at the Star Wars hotel. Unfortunately, I'm still stuck in the UK. I won't be able to bring you any images or bring you a review or bring you a review of Space 220, but go and have a look on your favorite YouTubers. I'm sure that there'll be things coming out in the next month or so. I am absolutely looking forward to going there when I return to Walt Disney World in a couple of years. Hopefully be able to go get a booking. I think mostly because it's a very different type of restaurant. It's going to be a bit different immersive wise. So I'm actually quite excited to see what it's like. Channels that I usually look for, All Ears Net, they're absolutely amazing. They do daily videos, they do reviews of things. They get invited to a lot of the press. Prince Charming Dev usually gets to go, and Michael K as well. Those three channels are absolutely amazing for information. They do a lot of reviews, and yeah, they're ones that I watch regularly. So let's move on to some movie news. So there's a couple of different pieces from the last couple of weeks. So if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock or you're not a big nerd like myself, Spiderman new trailer dropped. So Spiderman No Way Home, it dropped last week by Sony Pictures. It's still going to be taking place in the MCU, so there's still that link to Marvel, which was something that people were worried about, that Sony and Marvel couldn't make a clear image or make some negotiations, but it looks like it's all going ahead. Mostly the biggest clue is that Doctor Strange takes place in this film, so it's going to have links with MCU. It's going to take place after the events of Endgame, and after, so you make sure you have caught up with the MCU films, and you need to make sure that you've watched all the other Spider-Man films, because there is an appearance by Doc Ock from the Sam Raimi films in the early 2000s. So make sure you were caught up with all the Spider-Man films before you even think about going to watch this one. I am super excited for this. I cannot wait. It's coming in December, and I love the Spider-Man films. I think Tom Holland's absolutely amazing as Spider-Man, and it can go really well. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really intrigued to see what they do with this. And I do have a feeling that this is going to link into the next Doctor Strange film, Multiverse of Madness. So let's see what happens with that. In other movie news, the Shang Chi actually released in cinemas this week on Friday. I've been lucky enough to go and see it, and I agree with quite a few of the reviews. I went on Rotten Tomatoes this morning, 92% tomato meter, and it's got a 98% from the audience. It is absolutely amazing. Visually stunning. It's just wow. There is good sense of humour to it. There's a good action. The characters, I feel like I know the characters already, only just from watching one film. They feel developed. It's probably not my favourite Marvel film. Black Panther's up there for me. Still one of my favourite Marvel films. Thor Ragnarok, again, one of my favourite Marvel films. But it is definitely in my top tier of Marvel films. I definitely enjoyed it. I absolutely loved it. And yeah, it's got some acrobats that you've probably seen from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It had the cinematography of the guy who did The Matrix. I'm not going to break down the Easter eggs or the films or anything like that, because there are people who are out there who are more knowledgeable than me. New rock stars do a fantastic job of breaking down the trailers. So if you want to have breakdown trailers, go to New Rockstars. They'll do a much better job than I will. But yeah, go and check them out. They're absolutely amazing. And if you're thinking that it is quite expensive to go to the cinema, I agree. I went to go and watch Shang Chi in my local reel, who have got an offer on for £3.50 tickets after 1 o'clock, which I thought was really affordable. I really enjoyed it. Really comfortable. It's available in IMAX if you want to pay for IMAX. If you've seen Shang-Chi, what do you think of it? Write in the comments below, where does that rank? Is it in your top tier? Did you not rate it? Why did you love it so much, or why did you not enjoy it? Let me know in the comments below. Let's start that discussion. And then finally, the last piece of news. It's going back to EPCOT. It's a lot of EPCOT heavy news, and it's actually on Friday, Disney did a sort of soft opening of the Remy Ratatouille Adventure that is going to be opening on October the 2nd in the French Pavilion in EPCOT. Allears.net, to mention them again, they were on Instagram. They shared a lot of the footage. They showed a lot of pictures. They've got videos coming up that they said about that, and they've got a review on their website, so go and check it out if you want to see what it's like. It is based on the Paris ride, so it's taken the Paris ride and taken it and put it into Epcot. So yeah, it's taken a lot of that, but there's a lot of expansion that's been added to the French Pavilion. There's restaurants, there's a lot of details, and Disney Parks blog has also created an article which has gone into the depths of those little Easter eggs and those extra details that they've added to the French Pavilion as part of this inclusion of the Remy Ratatouille Adventure. Unfortunately, again, stuck in the UK, I won't be able to experience it, so I won't be able to tell you about it. But I do hope to experience the ride itself, because I do hope to go to Disneyland Paris. One of the videos that I will probably be bringing to the channel will be about me planning my Disney Paris trip. Currently, what I'm doing is I'm currently looking at times, I'm looking at when to go in the year, and I'll break that all down with you guys in that video. So keep your eyes peeled for the channel. Like I said, unfortunately, I wasn't able to do as many videos as I wanted to last year. So I've still got my hints and tips for Disney Cruise, for the Disney Magic coming. And I've also got my shopping video that I did film on the Disney Magic. Unfortunately, these couldn't be uploaded last week. So hopefully I'll get to filming these either today or over the next week and be bringing them to you guys. So there is a lot coming with the channel. Stay tuned. Is there any videos that you would like to see me do? Any tips and advice? Any breakdowns? Anything that you have questions about that you want me to try and explain? I'll do my best to do the research and bring you the answers. That's what I want this channel to be about. I want this to be a helpful planning and guide to your holidays. I want you to make sure you enjoy them as much as I do. So stay tuned. Make sure you're keeping an eye out for those new videos, and see you real soon.